All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a special event announcement. So Shooto Colors Volume 2, the all-women's edition of the Japanese Shooto Association, is going to have their second event this Saturday, December 2nd in Tokyo. The start time, if you want to watch it, is actually going to be Friday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now you're probably thinking, well, Chuck, why are you making this video only 2 days before the event? Well, they didn't even announce the full card until a few days ago, so I'm trying to get caught up here. But there are a couple of good fights on here. There's some good fighters on this card. The fights aren't necessarily that great, and it's a very short card. There's only 5 MMA bouts plus 2 grappling bouts. So I'm going to mainly focus on the most important fights here, but I do like what they're doing. I was skeptical at first whether Shooto would even keep the colors thing going, because Shooto tends to start things up and then not, keep them going. And if I'm going to be honest, it went from being one of the best promotions in Japan to being one of the most weirdly run promotions in Japan, even though it's been around since literally the 80s. Shooto's been around that long. But anyway, Colors 2 this Saturday, or technically Friday night here in the U.S. We'll start with the main event. So the main event is going to be an Atomweight title bout between the champ Chihiro Sawada and Miku Nakamura. Now, this is a rematch from November of 2021. So 2 years after the first fight, these two will meet again. Now, in the first fight, the champ, Sawada, won via majority decision. So 2 judges saw for her, 1 judge saw it a draw. That was only Sawada's second fight, and I think Nakamura had like 6 or 7 fights at that time. So Sawada managed to beat out a much more experienced fighter. Now she comes in with a record of 5-0-1. She drew her first fight and then has won 5 straight bouts since then. Sawada last fought on May 13th at Combate Global. She won a unanimous decision against Ana Palacios, who was the best atomweight in Combate Global at the time. Miku Nakamura, she is coming in at 8-6. She also fought May 20th, picked up a unanimous decision win over Mayu Kawanishi in Shooto. Now, I will say that Miku Nakamura has the first genuine win streak in her career going on. She's on a 4-fight win streak in MMA coming into this rematch with Sawada. The winner walks away the Shooto Atomweight champion. I like this bout. It's a good rematch. They held off on it for a little bit because both fighters got plenty of fights in between then. So even though it's only been like 2 years, it's not like, oh, these two haven't fought anybody in a while and now they're rematching right away. But should be a good one. Nakamura's shown some improvement. So has Sawada. She's only getting better. She's honestly, I think, one of the brightest prospects out of Japan right now. Also on the card, we have a 119-pound catchweight bout. Haruka Salt Hasegawa taking on Ju Kyung Ha. Now, you might remember Salt is the current, still the Pancrase Strawweight champion, or as they call it, the Strawweight Queen of Pancrase. Ju Kyung Ha, found very little about her. She is making her pro debut. So it's a bit of a, what do you call it, like a recovery bout, almost like a rest bout for Salt here. Salt is coming off of a loss to Saori Oshima via submission back at Ryzen 43 in June. So this is like a little, I can't think of the phrase I want to use here. They use it in boxing all the time. But it's like a get-back fight. This is a fight to get back out there, get a win back under her belt. That's what this is for Salt. The only thing I could find about Ju Kyung Ha is that she trains out of Team J. She's a Korean fighter, trains out of Team J. That's a team that has produced Yeji Lee, a couple other fighters. Not the best gym in Korea, by far. That's the most I can say about it. I mean, they had one guy come out of there who actually ended up doing really good in Road FC, but he got better after he left Team J. And now even Yeji Lee isn't training at home in Team J anymore. And that's like her cousin's husband's gym. So Ju Kyung is not coming out of the best gym. This is like a pick-me-up fight for Salt here. But it's good to see her getting a fight outside of Pancrase. Pancrase doesn't have a fight for her right now. So she's getting, a get-back fight for here in Shooto to close out the year. Then we have a strawweight bout. Another Pancrase fighter, Karen, the former strawweight queen of Pancrase, Karen, taking on Soyeon Park of Korea. Karen comes in with a record of 7-2. Park coming in with a record of 2-4. Karen's coming off of a win over the debuting Chiyo Takamoto back on September 24th. Park coming in with a record of 2-4. She's coming in off of a unanimous decision loss to Ira Koga back on August 20th in Shooto. Of note in this fight is that this is Karen's first fight outside of Pancrase. So apparently Shooto and Pancrase are working together now and are trading fighters back and forth in order to get them some fights, which is great to see because, I've been following the sport long enough where if you were a Shooto fighter, you were a Shooto fighter or a shooter. If you were a Pancrase fighter, you were a Pancrase fighter, or they called them Pancrasist. Back in the day, for one fighter to go from one promotion to another, it was like considered betrayal almost. Like if you were loyal to this promotion, you were loyal to that promotion, do or die. So to see that they are now exchanging fighters, I think is great. So you got the the Pancrase champ and the former champ, both on this Shooto card. One thing here for Karen, because Karen lost 2 fights in a row to Haruka Hasegawa or Salt, she's on the road to getting back into contention herself. She fought a debuting fighter in her last fight. Now Park, her last fight was at Atomweight. So she's fought at both Strawweight and Atomweight, but this is a fight they're bringing her back up to Strawweight to take on Karen. Park's not a particularly good fighter. This should be an easy win for Karen. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Both of these fights, the Salt versus Ha and Karen versus Park, this is a Japanese promotion going back to the tried and tested. Let's build these fighters up with some lesser known, not so good fighters from Korea. It is a tried and true Japanese mixed martial arts booking method. It is what it is with that one. Also, finally, this is the final match I'm going to talk about on this card. A 112-pound submission grappling bout. Wmma Asawa, the former Atomweight or Deep Atomweight champion or Deep Jewels Atomweight champ, taking on Kanae Yamada. I don't know anything about Yamada. Tomo, still a big fan of hers. Even though she is retired from mixed martial arts competition, she's still getting in some work doing grappling matches. So good to see that. Good to see her staying busy. So there you have it. Just the basics of Shooto Colors 2. It's going to be on a Wmma TV. If you want to check it out, you will need a VPN. Saturday, Japan time. Friday night, USA time. Check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like the vid, please hit that thumbs up button. Where you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to Wmma Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.